today's the day I am getting my axolotl. Today. I look ridiculous. I have a mask on because Perlite has a lot of dust and a roller in my hair, but I'm gonna be getting an axolotl in 2, maybe 3 weeks. So more on that later. Okay, first some water. Oops. I hope I don't crack the glass. Okay, so here's a little bit of backstory, a little bit of lore, if you will, about how this is happening, why this is happening. Like, I didn't just wake up and one day decide that I want an axolotl, and so I went out and bought one. Like, I kind of did wake up and decide I want an axolotl, but that's not exactly how the story played out. So here's a story. So my friend Michelle, her biology lab professor, has axolotls in their lab room, and she bought more axolotl eggs, like hundreds of them. And then she gave my friend 5 of them. And so then Michelle's like, do you want one? Like, I was like, no, not really. They kind of, at the time, I had thought axolotls looked really creepy and like, and I also didn't really want to do the whole like setup. Like, I don't want to go spend all that money and like buy a tank and do a whole setup. So I was like, no, but I'll help you find homes for them, since there's no way she's keeping 5 axolotls in a dorm room. Like, it's just not happening. So I was like asking people, oh, do you want an axolotl? Kind of just like giving them basic rundown of like care and things like that. And I was realizing these homes are not coming easy. Like, they're not happening. So I was like, you know what? You know, in that time, I'd kind of gotten attached to the idea of maybe getting an axolotl. So I was like, you know what? I'll take one. So they hatched, and she's sending me like videos and like updates. They look like tadpoles. There's no legs. Like, they just swim around in a petri dish. And then, so this is like maybe a couple weeks ago. And then this past Sunday night or Saturday night or something, like Sunday night, I think, I asked her, oh, like, when is the exact date that you're coming back to the city so that we can plan like a time for me to pick up my axolotl? And then she's like, my axolotls got stolen. And I'm like, what are you, is this a prank? Are you pranking me? Are you joking? And she says, no, I'm serious. Like, she had left the axolotls in the lounge because it was cooler than her actual dorm room. So she left them in the lounge, and she was like keeping them in the lounge. And then one day someone just took them. And at this point I'm like, you are joking, right? Because I know I did not go out and buy a whole new desk and set up a 33-gallon tank, and I bought the desk so it could hold the 33-gallon. I was like, I did not do all of that for nothing. And at that point, I was like really attached to the idea of getting an axolotl. I was like, I'm getting an axolotl, yay! And I had bought like axolotl like plushies, and like my sister had gotten axolotl stickers. Like, that's how in this we were. And I had set up the whole tank. Not totally, but like there's substrate in the tank, there's a filter, there's plants. Like this tank is up and it's ready. And now apparently there's no axolotl coming because they got stolen. And I was like, I was asking her, like, what do I do now? I just bought a whole new desk and I have a 33-gallon tank set up on it, all for nothing. I don't have an axolotl anymore. I'm not getting one anymore, apparently. And then she's like, you know what, I'll ask a friend. So she had a friend. She gave 2 of the axolotls to that friend. So it was 3 axolotls that got stolen from the lounge and 2 that were already in a home. And she's like, I'll ask the friend who took 2 if she wants to give you one. And I was like, will you really? Yay. So I kind of felt a little bit bad about asking that friend for one of her axolotls, but I was like, I really want an axolotl now. And the friend said yes, so we're getting the axolotl today. Okay, so we're home, and here's a closer, better look at the little guy. I hadn't realized that he or she was so small because all of the videos that Michelle sent me were like super zoomed in. Even in this, you can't tell that he's very small, but in this, you can tell that he's very small. He's right here. And I was gonna put him in this. I know it looks really bad, but that's just tannins from the driftwood, and it'll go away. But if I do a couple water changes. But if I put that thing in here, I am not going to be able to find him like ever again. So I'm thinking of, sorry, my desk is kind of a mess. Thinking I might just put him in like a little container for now, like a little Tupperware container or like a tub until he gets bigger, because he's not even a month old yet. He's only like 2 weeks. But yeah, he's so cute. And so the white stuff in there is some like baby brine shrimp that was like I don't know if it was frozen or she just bought baby brine shrimp in a bottle. But they're not moving, so yeah. But I saw him snap one up, so he's eating. He doesn't have legs yet because he's so young, and I keep calling him a he, but I don't know if he's a he. He's a little too young to sex, so we'll find out. But I've decided I'm going to name him Pepper because he looks like he has pepper on him. He's like speckled. Whoa, you can see his like gills, the gill feathers. But yeah, he's very small, very cute. I'm already obsessed. Okay, so this is probably going to be Little Pepper's temporary setup just until he gets a little bit bigger. And I added a little bit of Java moss so he can have some cover if he wants. I'm probably gonna just fill up the water a little bit more so he has more swimming space. But yeah, like if you compare like his body, like the ratio of his body size to the volume of water, like this is probably like a 20 gallon, like maybe even like a 40-gallon tank for him. But yeah, look at him. He's so cute. From the side you can't really see him because of the curve of the Tupperware, but from the top you can. He is so adorable. So last night when Michelle told me that she'd be bringing him, like she'd be picking him up tomorrow so I can go and pick him up from her, I put in some brine shrimp eggs to hatch. But since it's only been like 12 hours, they haven't really hatched yet. A little more than 12 hours, maybe like 14 hours. But I hatched them at 12 a.m. or I put them in to hatch at 12 a.m. last night. So I should probably start seeing some hatchlings at 12 tonight. And you're really supposed to feed baby axolotls like twice a day, but he has a little bit of leftover food in there. He has a little bit of dead baby brine shrimp in there, so he'll be okay for a little while.